10 most dangerous and treacherous places on Earth. While the universe continues to endlessly expand and is filled with an unfathomable number of stars, planets, and many variations of space rocks, zooming all the way in on our home, Earth, is just as fascinating. As fascinating as Earth is, however, it is equally dangerous. From volcanoes ready to scorch the Earth in molten lava, to trenches so deep the water pressure would be unbearable. So today, we're going to be taking a look at the 10 most dangerous and treacherous places on Earth. Before we get started, please remember to leave a like if you enjoyed today's video, and subscribe. 10. Gerag Bolton, Norway. Gerag Bolton is a boulder on the mountain of Gerag in Norway. The boulder is a 5 cubic meter glacial deposit wedged in one of the crevices in the mountain. Several ice ages that occurred in Scandinavia have reshaped the valley a whopping 22 times, leaving behind relics such as this one. This intriguing site is at the top of our list because it isn't actively dangerous though. In fact, many people hike their way up the mountain to stand on Gerag Bolton. But you definitely don't want to be around if and when the boulder finally does come crashing down. 9. Afar Triangle, Ethiopia. Next up we have the Afar Triangle, also referred to as the Afar Depression, is a low area that borders the Red Sea. This area contains the lowest point in Africa, Lake Atoll, Djibouti, coming in at 509 feet below sea level. From November to February, the temperature here stays around 77 degrees Fahrenheit, but outside of the brief rainy season, the heat gets turned up severely. The dry season can leave the area as hot as 118 degrees Fahrenheit. Volcanoes, lava lakes, and earthquakes are common here, and merely the wind in this area blowing on your skin can leave a burning sensation. 8. Bikini Atoll, the Marshall Islands. Bikini Atoll, also known as Escholtz Atoll, is a coral reef in the Marshall Islands. The reef consists of 23 islands that surround a 230 square mile lagoon. Bikini Island consisted of about 100 residents in 1970, but all were evacuated in 1980. In 1977, scientists found dangerous amounts of strontium-90 in the well water. Scientists also found that the residents were carrying high amounts of cesium-137 in their bodies. This was due to the fact that the United States tested 23 different nuclear weapons across 7 test sites on the reef, both underwater and in the air. While the radiation is dangerous and the residents have been evacuated, divers, scientists, and caretakers do still hang around. 7. Sinabung Volcano, Indonesia. Coming in at number 7, we have the Sinabung Volcano in Indonesia. It last erupted 1,200 years ago, but it's been showing signs of increased activity lately. In 1912, the volcano began spewing out hot sulfuric gases, but things would continue to escalate into the 2000s. Volcanoes do not need to erupt in order to be deadly, as a fast-moving current of gas and volcanic matter, known as pyroclastic flow, killed 7 people in 2016. Just 1 year prior, 10,000 people nearby were evacuated due to fears of an imminent eruption. The volcano has recently erupted again, as of May and June of 2019. 6. Blue Hole, Belize. The Great Blue Hole is a giant sinkhole off the coast of Belize that sinks 125 meters deep into the Earth's crust. The site became popular when it was named one of the top 5 scuba diving spots in the world by Jacques Cousteau, a French naval officer. While this site is obviously a large tourist attraction for that reason, it is no stranger to accidents and fatalities. An estimated 130 to 200 divers have lost their lives at the Blue Hole. This is due to the complex underwater arches, could easily trap and kill experienced and inexperienced scuba divers. Divers may also venture too deep and may end up developing nitrogen narcosis, which can impair judgment and induce overconfidence, euphoria, hallucinations, and confusion. Should you ever go scuba diving here, make sure to follow all the safety precautions and do not go deeper than recommended, as it could end terribly. 5. Hussaini Bridge, Pakistan. For number 5, we have the Hussaini Bridge in Pakistan, known as the most dangerous bridge in the world. The bridge literally looks like something off an Indiana Jones movie. It is made of wooden planks tied together with enough space in between the planks for a small person or child to fall through. Traversing this bridge is definitely something that may be seen as a challenge by a brave few. Oh wait, did you know that the locals cross this bridge every day? Men, women, the elderly, and children. This bridge is just another part of their everyday lives. 4. The Door to Hell, Turkmenistan. The Door to Hell is an aptly named crater in Turkmenistan that has been on fire for over 45 years. The fiery glow can be seen from miles away and seems to show no sign of slowing down. The crater was created in 1971 when an underground gas cavern was mistakenly drilled into by a Soviet drilling rig. To head a natural catastrophe, the Soviets lit the hole on fire, expecting the burning to stop within a few days. But clearly, Mother Nature had other plans. Going inside of this burning hole, filled with ever-present flames and poisonous gases, would be a death wish. Tourists do gather to appreciate the sight from a distance, complaining that even from afar, the heat emanating from the door to hell is scorching. 3. The Forest of Stone Knives, Madagascar. Starting off our top 3 is the Forest of Stone Knives in Madagascar. Even the highest quality of gloves is no match for the sharp limestone structures, towering 300 feet in the air. Formerly known as Singi de Bamaraha National Park, meaning the place where one cannot walk, in honor of the spiky limestone landscape. Home to dozens of local rare species and another tourist attraction, the Forest of Knives sounds scarier than it is, but is still a dangerous place to roam nonetheless. Climbing the spiky range is a challenge only experienced adventurers should take on. 2. Death Valley, Chile. Coming in at our number 2 spot is Death Valley. While there are tons of places with this fairly cliché name in the world, this time we are referring to the one in Chile. Also known as Mars Valley, it got its grim name from the fact that people who dared to try crossing before died in the process. Sand dunes and rocky natural formations fill the land, and not a single plant or insect is to be found. With high temperatures and a barren wasteland, this isn't a place you'd want to end up lost in. But as almost every other entry on this list, it is now a tourist attraction, mostly for sandboarding and hiking. 1. Mariana Trench. Finally, in our number 1 spot, we have the Mariana Trench, located in the western Pacific Ocean. It is the deepest oceanic trench on Earth, coming in at 7 miles deep, or a little over 36,000 feet. The trench is so deep, if you were to put Mount Everest at the bottom, its peak would still be over a mile below the surface. The water pressure at the bottom is more than 1,071 times the atmospheric pressure when it's sea level. We have launched man thousands of miles into space. However, we are still incapable of sending man 7 miles deep into the ocean. The amount of water pressure is so severe that by the time you reach the bottom, you would basically be a ball of flesh and bone. And even your bones would eventually disappear, as they are eaten by bone-eating snotflower worms that usually devour whale bones. This concludes today's video on the top 10 most dangerous and treacherous places on Earth. Are there any other dangerous places you've heard of or been to? Have you been to any of the places in today's list? Let us know in the comments below. Please leave a like if you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to subscribe, and thank you for watching.